Welcome to Up for Debate. I'm Caden. On this week's episode, we have a fantastic interview planned with Alderman John Crawford, the Olean Common Council president, and a huge driving force to the new local businesses coming to our area. We'll talk new local business, bird electric scooters, and so much more. Do you have any ideas for new area businesses? We ask the public for their opinions and new fresh ideas. And coming up, we have a quick 5-story roundup to help you catch up. This is Up for Debate, and we hope you'll stay with us. During this episode of Up for Debate, we have a special 5-story roundup to give you a quick summary of the news that matters to you. Please follow our socials such as YouTube and Facebook, and if you want to see behind-the-scenes content or watch behind-the-scenes live of our broadcasts, you may follow us on Instagram. The Johnny Depp Amber Heard defamation trial has affected many people who have watched his movies for many years. Some of us growing up with them, and after the trial in 2020 in the UK, after Amber Heard wrote an article in 2019 about abuse, which although never stated Depp directly, it would lead to Johnny losing his role in both the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise alongside Fantastic Beasts. After he would claim defamation and to sue Heard for $50 million, this would further develop when Amber countersued for $100 million. Claiming abuse allegations against Depp, which initially favored Amber until a concrete proof was finally discovered, as well as testimonies from both past relationships with Depp and Heard's own family. This would lead to people instead abandoning Amber's side of the trial with claims of her having abused Johnny for many years, leading to Johnny winning the trial. And now, once again, in 2022, another trial is taking place. This trial is of the same original claim by Depp of defamation, with many people now supporting Depp, with him once again receiving offers to act in movies after the resolution of the first trial. This past weekend, the NFL Draft took place in Las Vegas. Over the course of 3 days, April 28th to April 30th, the 32 NFL teams tried their best to fill their needs and pick the very best players available to them. The Jacksonville Jaguars held the first overall pick and used it to draft defensive end Trayvon Walker out of Georgia. Only one quarterback was selected in the first round, Kenny Pickett from Pittsburgh, and it was the Pittsburgh Steelers who selected him with the 20th overall pick. This would be the owner back until the Tennessee Titans selected Malik Willis in the third round. The Buffalo Bills held the 25th overall pick, but traded a 4th round pick and the 25th overall pick to the Baltimore Ravens in return for the Ravens' 23rd overall pick, and selected cornerback Kareem Lam out of Florida. The very last player selected in the draft this year, which is every year nicknamed Mr. Irrelevant, was quarterback Brock Purdy out of Iowa State. He was selected by the San Francisco 49ers. Every team hopes the best for their new players, but we'll see how they pan out this season. In the 1970s, a new movement was started. This movement was the Equal Rights Amendment, known as the ERA. This amendment, to many people's dissatisfaction, was not passed. The reason behind this is not clear, but many speculate that it is because the requisite 38 or 3/4 of the states took too long and went over the deadline set by Congress. Currently, in the Constitution, we have the 19th Amendment stating that women have the legal right to vote. One reasoning behind the start of the ERA was because women felt the Constitution did not outright say that women and men are equal. This caused some distress, and women in countless marches in the 1970s started because of this thought process. Also, in the 1970s, conservative backlash about feminism eroded the support of the Equal Rights Amendment. Gilbert Gottfried sadly passed away at the age of 67 years old on April 12, 2022. Gottfried was known for his loud, exaggerated voice and his crude humor. Gottfried voiced many characters and acted in many movies. Some of his more notable characters, though, was Iago the parrot from Aladdin, Digit from Cyberchase, the Affleck commercial duck in Mr. Peabody from Problem Child 1 through 3. He was also known for his stand-up comedy, which he started at the age of only 15 in New York City, and was loved dearly for his charming personality and his ability to make others laugh. He was a figure who, alongside Robin Williams and Jiv David and others, published stand-up comedy to move beyond the realm of merely observational and create space for the absurd. Gottfried had his own podcast, Gilbert's Gottfried's Amazing Colossal Podcast. This podcast consists of 600 episodes of his voice talents and special guests such as Brendan Vaccaro. Gottfried was more than just a voice. He had 2 children, Lily Gottfried and Max Gottfried, with his spouse, Dara Kravitz. With the COVID cases dropping dramatically, people can have a normal summer for the first time in 2 years. Artists can go on tour and open concerts back up. Most venues don't require the COVID vaccine to attend them anymore. Life is starting to feel normal again for many people, as they can begin to hang out with their friends and go places, mostly without worrying about catching a virus. Many public places in New York are beyond have either lifted or eased the mask mandates, leading to many people being able to begin the process of returning to normal. COVID, of course, hasn't gone away. However, with more people getting vaccinated and seeing the cases drop every day, it seems like the summer will be the start of return to normality, as festivals like Coachella have made a return after being canceled for the previous 2 years. It seems like finally there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and we will hopefully see an end to the pandemic sooner rather than later.
My name's Jacob, and I'm here with
Ben. Do you know any of the new local businesses coming to the area?
Heard an Arby's is coming to the area. Yeah.
No, but I did hear that there was supposed to be a little apartments in the mall.
Not really.
Not really.
I heard there was a Starbucks coming.
Okay.
I heard that Chipotle is coming to the area.
Currently coming to, like, ones that haven't come here yet?
Yes.
No.
Are there any businesses or things you'd like to see in this area? Like,
probably more stuff that they have in the cities. Maybe like a skate park. That'd be
Okay.
cool.
Definitely that Arby's.
Okay.
I wish they would find more family-friendly things for kids and teenagers to do.
Not really, no.
A Starbucks.
Okay.
Well, it would be nice to have some more restaurants, like a different variety of restaurants. And I'm a big local business fan, so I would like to see more local small business rather than, chain business come into the area.
Okay.
I believe there's an Arby's coming to the area. I'm excited for that.
yeah.
Have you rode any of the Bird electronic scooters in Olean?
No, but I've seen them.
Okay.
No, but I want to.
No.
No.
I have not.
No, but I see them all over the place.
I have.
Scooters around. How are they?
They're fun,
Fun.
although they're very expensive.
And lastly, are there any other things you could see bringing young people to Olean?
Other than that Arby's, no.
All right. Thank you for your time.
Oh, yeah.
Young people, what's your demographic of young people?
Like 12 to 20.
Well, I think it would be nice to have, like, Good Times is a good, having more things like that where young people can go, arcades, places where young people can go that maybe would promote some positive experiences. It would be nice to see more of that.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Probably more places for teenagers to go to.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
Like I mentioned, just like stuff that they have in the city, like Buffalo and stuff, like skate parks. So.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Maybe if the mall was improved.
Maybe more things for us to do.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
Not really, no. I don't know.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I'm in media communications. There's a lot you can do in the program, like if you really like art or you like photography or designing stuff, like it's all in one class.
I believe that if you are pursuing photography and graphic design as a career, then this class definitely sets you up for that.
Well, for photography, we do like photo shoots, we come in the studio, and for more of designing, like we can design magazines, movie covers, stuff like that.
We've done projects such as logo design and posters and magazine designs. We do like photo projects such as taking portraits of other students and then editing them in Photoshop. And we also sometimes do illustration work.
We've created posters, we've created logos, we have done a lot of projects for outside companies.
It gets you out of your home school for half your day and you meet a lot of new people. I really like the side of like photography and art.
The teacher is awesome, honestly.
Overall, it's been a great experience. I love this class, I love the teacher.
Missy is really, she loves us to death and she would do anything for us. I don't know, it seemed like a cool, safe place to be.
There's a lot of kids in there that are just like you and just want to create, and it's really beautiful.
It's a very safe place to express yourself. And it's a very creative and safe environment to just be you.
Welcome to AVP, Audiovisual Production.
There's a lot you learn in this class, but most of the fun comes from your creativity. Every day starts the same with our daily check-in with Mr. Nadell, where we just talk about our day. Sometimes check-ins can be really funny. People get pretty animated.
Projects aren't hard. Most of the time he gives us projects on stuff we learned so we understand the material. And get familiar with the lumixes. They're super high quality, same with our broadcast equipment. We've got this red camera, and I just remember the first time I saw it, I would not stop mentioning it to my family. Did you know AVP has a red camera?
We get our own booth where we do all our editing. We use softwares like Adobe Audition, Adobe Premiere, GarageBand, the works.
We do a broadcast every other week. It's a little stressful, but it taught us to work as a team, I think.
You're really like a family in here. You watch people grow.
Everyone in this class is so different, but with what we do, we really learn to get along and branch out. And we do things we never thought we'd do.
You are always excited for the next project and the next broadcast.
Out of the options that I had, it was either this or graphics in the end, so I've always had a passion for movies and cinematography and all that, so other than that, I just really felt like I would have fun here, so that was the choice.
BOCES is good. I really enjoy it. It gives me a lot of time off from actual classes at school to just come here, relax, do what I like to do, and then just go about on my day. So I really like it. It's great.
I would like to accomplish being able to run my own podcast and being able to edit videos very smoothly without any rough cuts or any bad edits.
I haven't been in AVP too long, but if I had to pick one word to describe the class, it would be informative.
Engaging.
So much fun.
Good morning. My name is Lena Comstock, and with me today is John Crawford. He's a finance professor and council president of Olean, New York since 2018. He's a huge supporter of local businesses and sports, and even brought the idea of the Bird electric scooters to our area, as well as the idea to bring some new businesses. He is also a St. Bonaventure University alum and can often be seen walking around the city of Olean with his beautiful family. Mr. Crawford, thank you so much for joining us today.
Wow, you've got lots of sources that you know a lot about me. That's awesome. And it's awesome to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you. So our first question is, what made you decide that these were the establishments that you wanted to bring to the area?
It's a collective effort, right? It's a collective effort of trying to create a business-friendly environment here in the city of Olean. And it's a, effort on behalf of the city council, the mayor, our community development group, to reach out to a variety of businesses and tell them about how awesome it is now to come down to our revitalized downtown and see if they're interested in setting up shop.
How much do you believe that the 3 of these establishments might cost if you have a budget at this time?
So we don't have a budget. The upside is it's external investment coming into the city of Olean, right? So anytime you can bring money in, that's the way I look at it. Again, I'm a numbers guy, I'm a finance guy, right? And so to have, probably anywhere between $1 to $3 million worth of investment being brought into the city of Olean. Obviously, a lot of local residents are excited about these particular businesses that will be setting up shop along West State Street, but also another focus that we have is to continue bringing in businesses into our downtown.
So you mentioned West State Street. Is that where you're planning on setting up all 3 of these, or do you have any other locations in mind?
So from, again, what I'm being told, and it goes through a lengthy process, anytime a developer has an interest in setting up new businesses, they have to go bring their plan before the planning board, and they have to make sure that they're, have the correct parking and the correct safety measures in place, this correct square footage, and even down to how many seating their establishment can hold. And so, all of that, I would say, moves parallel and in unison to the support that our community development office, a lot of times there's behind the scenes, there may be either tax incentives or different grants that could apply to help these businesses operate and hopefully operate successfully for a long time to come.
So did anyone in your life specifically influence the idea? Like, any friends or family member ever mention, oh, I wish we had this here, or say that they had an interest in this particular business? Well,
I think there were a number of the council members, a number of the residents. I think it's pretty safe to say that half of Olean would love to see Chipotle come into town, right? But, personally, I'm a huge electric scooter rider. So I have a Segway 9bot. I think it's a really, really cost-efficient, fun way to get around the city in nice weather. So that was something that motivated me to look at Bird scooters and reach out to them. And sometimes it's as simple as a phone call and find out that they have a municipal program. So that was one area that interested me. And again, what a lot of people don't realize is this is not a cost to taxpayers, right? That's the benefit. Companies want to come into your community. It's an opportunity for them to generate revenue. So, when sometimes you hear feedback from people saying, hey, what did that cost the city to bring all these electric scooters into your downtown? Didn't cost us anything, okay? So it's the same goes with a lot of these other establishments that are coming in. The way I look at it from the cost perspective is if we create, and we as a council and a city government, if we continue to create an environment in the city of Olean that people want to work, people want to live, and people want to play in, then businesses follow.
So I think it's pretty safe to say that the public definitely had a big influence on the decisions to bring these.
Absolutely. That's the other side of it, right? Is when businesses come in and they're not going to come into a community where they're not going to ultimately generate revenue, make sales, and be able to turn a profit. So they do a lot of market survey and market analysis themselves. they come in place, and believe me, all right, we are all working very hard. We would love to see a Wegmans come into Olean, and of course another one that's quite popular that people bring up all the time is a Target and things like that, right? And we'd love to see that, but at this time the market isn't ready to supply those and to support those businesses. But hopefully eventually they will be. So yeah, absolutely. The public has huge influence over what new businesses come into our town, and both small business and more corporate business, large corporations as well.
What kind of job opportunities do you believe that these will bring to the town?
Well, a variety of service-based industries, certainly, right? And as a whole, service-based industries are great, and it's a backbone of what our country is today. At the same time, I don't think we shouldn't lose sight of the major cornerstones of our community. And in particular, the one I'm talking about is the loss of Siemens Energy. So I worked at Dresser-Rand for 6.5 years. And although it's awesome that we have some new service industries coming into our community, we're also working diligently to try to get that manufacturing environment we're set to lose about 400 or 500 jobs to get that replaced with another manufacturing industry, because who's going to be left to go to the service-based industries coming into our community if we don't have the manufacturing jobs to patronize those businesses? So it's all fluid, right? We need manufacturing, we need the service-based industries, we need small businesses, and that's what one of the biggest challenges of my job is.
So do you believe that this might bring new people to the area, or possibly younger people, since there will be a lot of new job opportunities for them?
I think so, and I hope so. I hope each one of you ultimately have an opportunity to stay here in Olean, and that's going to be the turning point for our community. Not only the new businesses that come in and provide opportunities for jobs, right, but the trickle-down effect. Again, I believe if you create a community where people want to stay, where people want to raise their families and have that opportunity, then more and more businesses are going to flow into the city of Olean and open up shop. And then that creates more economic stimulus and more job opportunities. And it's literally like this beautiful economic waterfall effect. And so, yeah, I mean, I hope that we are just at the starting point of kind of turning that curve in our revitalization.
Do you think anything exclusive is going to happen when these businesses open, like possibly like ribbon cutting or putting up posters around town, or making like a big post on like a public platform?
Oh yeah, I mean, listen, we have to celebrate every opportunity and every business that opens up. And so I can definitely see multiple ribbon cuttings, and not only this summer into next year, but I really hope that we're cutting ribbons for a long time to come, because I think we're at a great point in Olean's future.
Do you have an estimated time that these places might open? They might come to town?
Yeah, so what we're being told is really these things should be, a lot of these projects are shovel ready and should be opening up really within the next 12 to 24 months.
That's great.
Yeah.
Do you have any additional information at this time that you'd like to share with us about these businesses?
These businesses are awesome, but I also want to just point out the immense efforts that are being made across the city. The Olean Center Mall, which is desperate for revitalization, has a huge project that's underway, and a developer that is has committed to revitalizing it and setting up new opportunities, new jobs, new shops. So, I think there's a lot of great opportunity coming down the pipeline.
That's great. So the three new businesses, as far as we know at this time, that are being brought are, I believe, the Chipotle, the Arby's, and the Starbucks. I know that there are definitely a lot of people that are interested in the Starbucks and the Chipotle, and obviously a lot of people that are interested in the Arby's as well.
I'm a big Arby's guy, so I'm excited about Arby's. I'm not going to lie. As far as Starbucks go, I can neither confirm nor deny, but we do know pretty confidently that Arby's and Chipotle, as well as a medical facility, is definitely coming in. So we're super excited about that.
All right. And do you have any local businesses personally that you really favor?
To be completely honest, absolutely. And a lot of times where you're going to see me spend my money are at the small businesses, the mom and pop shops. Listen, I know corporate America has a large role in our lives, but if I can spend my money at places like the Beef and Barrel or the Old Library, Angie's Restaurant, Napoli, those are the places that you'll see me at.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you so much for tuning back into Up for Debate, and we hope to see you again soon. Stay tuned for more.